So for exam video 5.1, I chose topic A and wanted to create my own phylogenetic tree based off of a Pokemon named Eevee. Just a little background, a phylogenetic tree displays an evolutionary relationship between species based on their characteristics. These trees can often show similarities and differences between the species. An OTU is a taxonomic unit. Basically, in simpler terms, it's how you define, classify, and categorize the similarities and differences between a species to show how closely related they are. I chose Eevee for this phylogenetic tree just because she is the perfect example of angiogenesis, which is the evolution of itself, because all of her evolutions or evolutions are evolutions of Eevee. My timeline for this tree is based off of chronological order, based on the generations in which the evolutions were released. So to start, the first question is, did it hatch as an Eevee? If yes, it's going to continue on in the tree. If not, it's more than likely a Ditto, just because Ditto can copy literally any other Pokemon in the Pokemon universe. He can copy their traits, their patterns. Some Dittos just can't copy the eyes. So, did it hatch as an Eevee? Yes, we're going to continue on in the tree. The next question is it part of the first generation of evolutions? If yes, it's going to continue on into the first evolution question. Is it an evolution water type? If yes, it's going to be Vaporeon. If not, it could be Jolteon or Flareon. If it's not part of the first generation of evolutions, then we'll move on to the next generation. Is it part of the second generation of evolutions? If no, it's going to go to the fourth generation because there is no third generation. If yes, it could be Umbreon or Espeon. Is it part of the fourth generation of evolutions? If yes, it could be Glaceon or Leafeon. If no, it could be Sylveon. She is my favorite out of all the evolutions because she is a fairy type. So for the first generation of evolutions, you can see that I separated it into is it a water type or not, because I wanted to display cladogenesis, which is branches of 2. The internal nodes show a common ancestor, which that would be Eevee. My tree is a rooted phylogenetic tree because there is a known ancestral root. And the most recent ancestor for one of the evolutions, let's take Glaceon for an example. Her most recent ancestors for generation 1 would be Vaporeon, and just in general would be Eevee.